Hey, hola, ¿qué tal? Saludos a todos, bienvenidos a Gogner Games, el nuevo vídeo de Day of the Tentacle. Aquí estamos con Hoagie, las letrinas, camuflada.
Grody.
Qué chachi.
This door appears to be locked.
Siempre es divertido ver lo que dice Hoagie.
It's unplugged.
Vale, eso lo ha sido gracioso.
Ye oldie outhouses.
Oh, esta tontería aún me acuerdo de la primera vez lo que me costó. Pensaba que era un árbol normal y corriente.
Kumquats.
Esto lo necesitaremos para hacer una cosilla. Son esos detalles que te pasan desapercibido. Y bueno, como veis, para los que no lo sepáis, como siempre, perdón por reiterar, estamos en el mismo lugar. Esta es la mansión. Bueno, ahora es una posada. Bien, Hoagie, bien. Y en la actualidad es un hotel. Y luego nos faltará ver en el futuro. Ben Franklin.
If you think I'm something to look at now, just wait.
Y como veis, parece un antepasado del inventor de bromas que hay aquí con Bernard en el presente.
Hi there, mister.
Franklin, Ben Franklin, soon to be known as the inventor of electricity.
Do you know Red Edison? He's a scientist guy, too.
Red Edison? A scientist? He's just an innkeeper who pretends to be a scientist, and he's not very good at doing either one. I can't believe Washington and Jefferson picked his inn of all places to write our Constitution.
Estamos en plena redacción de la Carta de Constitución.
Shouldn't you say the discoverer of electricity?
You think the ultimate power in the universe is just under some rock waiting to be discovered? Ha! I, Ben Franklin, am going to summon power from the sky by sheer force of genius.
You are truly whacked, Ben.
Huh! That's what they said about the man who invented bifocals.
Wasn't that you?
Good point. Guess they were right.
Me sorprende que Hoagie siempre sepa tanta historia.
I wonder what Red would say about that.
Who cares about that crackpot?
I need Red to help me save humanity.
So he's a missionary now, eh? Well, why not? Can't be any worse at that than he is at inventing.
So, where's this Red guy at?
Down in his secret lab, of course, neglecting his guests.
What's so bad about Red?
What can you say about a guy who spent the last 4 years perfecting a left-handed hammer? He's insane! And he steals other people's inventions, too, before they can even apply for the patent. Not that I'm bitter.
Aren't you the $100 guy?
The $100 guy, not bad.
Well, see ya.
Carry on.
Como es obvio, de aquí sacaremos la electricidad para enchufar la máquina. Bueno, enchufar no, darle energía. Para ser más correctos. Bueno, como veis, las cargas ya van normales, natural, rápido.
It's totally covered
No sé qué
with
pasaría
crud.
en el primer vídeo.
Making it dirtier won't help.
Como el coche del presente también está sucio. Aquí hay unos puzzles que, vale, a día de hoy ya no lo sabemos los que hemos jugado y todo, pero hay unos puzzles aquí que son en plan conocimiento popular, ¿vale? Es como tienes que saberlo porque es normal, pero no tienes una pista en sí. Ya lo veréis, para los que no lo sepáis.
Ooh, the Pony Express.
El Pony Express. Bueno, esto ahora no es nada, ¿vale? Ya en su momento. ¿Qué tiene Hoagie, por cierto? El abrelatas y solicitud de patente. Lo que nos dio Bernard y el doctor. El abrelatas, ¿para qué lo usaba?
Bitchin'.
La pute. Gracias por tus pistas, Hoagie. Bueno, ya se me ocurrirá cuando... no está abierta. Cuando vea la situación ya se me volverá... Ya me volverá a la cabeza, perdón.
What's up? Don't feel like talking, huh? Vow of silence or something, probably, right? Well, that's cool. I have something for Red Edison. Do you know where I could find him? Great hat, man. I dig the three-corner idea. It's like the pyramids, you know? I heard pyramids are supposed to have weird energies. Far out. Well, nice talking to you, dude.
Perdón, otra vez, si escucháis voces de la calle. No hay ningún respeto aquí. Red Edison.
He seems busy. Hey.
What is it?
You look kind of familiar.
Of course I do. I'm Red Edison, the inventor, not to mention owner of this inn. Perhaps you've seen my picture in some important scientific journal. Then again, maybe not.
Do you know Ben Franklin?
Franklin? I would never associate with that overstuffed goofball. He has the stupidest idea about glasses with one red lens and one blue one.
What are you doing?
I'm inventing, you simpleton. What's it look like I'm doing?
I know an inventor who looks a bit like you.
Well, it's not one of my sons, that's for sure. It appears that I, Red Edison, foremost genius of my day, am to be the last in a long line of gifted inventors. My nearly indistinguishable sons have decided that they want to be artists. I think it was Jed's idea. Or is it Ned? Well, the left-handed one at any rate.
Son una versión del
Must be
rotito,
some
la
sort
verdad.
of bad blood on their mother's side.
What are you inventing?
It's a new size-independent fastening mechanism based on circular geometry.
What are you inventing?
It's a new size-independent fastening mechanism based on circular geometry.
Well, see you later.
You might if you cut that hair a bit shorter.
Vale, creo que esto no lo podemos pillar.
It looks more like a raincoat than a lab coat.
Más un impermeable.
Hey! Only employees are allowed to use that lab coat.
Solo para empleados. Vale, vamos a con Bernard un momento. Y daremos el cartel de oferta de empleo a Hoagie. Bueno, esto se puede hacer directamente.
I'll just run to the Chronogon.
Pero sucede así, ¿vale? Se envía por la
There's something in the
cronometría.
Chronogon.
Esto solo pasa la primera vez, luego ya es automático, ¿vale? Cada vez que pasamos algo. Bueno, si no recuerdo mal, era así, claro. Vamos el cartel.
What's this? Help wanted, moronic drone, assist genius, yada yada yada. Well, I'm the only genius around. And You look dumb enough.
Uh...
So pick up your lab coat and get to work.
Bien. Incluso aunque lo sé, me sigue gustando resolver cosas. ¿Cómo es posible que una gilipollas se ponga a cantar ahora a las 3 de la noche?
It's covered with plans and junk. It's covered with plans and junk.
Martillo.
Say, that's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself. It was for my ungrateful slob of a left-handed son. Oh, well.
Martillo para zurdos.
Just looks like a regular hammer to me, but then I'm no scientist.
Creo que no había más. No sé si saldrá más conversación.
Hey,
What is it this time?
I think I'll be moseying along now.
Well, don't mosey over anything breakable on your way out.
Mientras tanto...
How about an amendment that the president has to be a human being?
Please, this is serious business.
Maldito Hancock.
You're right.
Tiene más protagonismo que Jefferson y Washington. Bueno, creo que Hancock hizo la firma más grande en la carta de esta de derechos, ahí ocupando toda la hoja. Yo, la firma más grande. Tanto la nota. Bueno, no los hemos visto, pero los vamos a ver ahora. Buzón de sugerencias.
The Constitutional Convention invites your comments, critiques, amendments to the Constitution.
Las enmiendas.
Must have poor circulation.
Bueno, Hancock tiene frío.
Yo,
Hello?
what's up, you cold?
Cold? I'm freezing.
Why don't you build a fire?
Well, I keep asking Jefferson to build a fire, but he won't. Says he needs the log for posterity and won't part with it.
El leño es para la posteridad, para... ¿cómo se llama? Cápsula del tiempo. Eso que metes ahí algo dentro, lo sellas, o puedes meter muchos objetos y lo entierras para que alguien lo encuentre años después.
He's going to give the log to starving children?
I don't get any respect around here. Why, I bet if George I spent the winter in Valley Forge, Washington was cold, we'd get some heat in here.
Esto es bastante tramposo, porque primero piensas, vale, hay que hacer fuego para que, bueno, Hancock no tenga frío. Y dice eso, que hasta que Washington no tenga frío, pues no hay fuego. Pero realmente no es que tengamos que hacer fuego, ¿vale?
What are you guys doing in here?
We're writing
No sé qué acaba pasando. Bueno, sí, vamos a decir que es una pista.
We're drafting a constitution for the United States.
Don't say draft, you'll only make me colder.
Wimp.
Bueno, digamos que el objetivo es hacer que, entre comillas, Washington tenga frío. Washington está a la derecha, ¿vale?
Why don't you have some hot coffee?
Oh, I can't stand coffee. It makes me irritable and want to bang my head against the walls.
You say that as though it was a bad thing.
Do you have any idea how much it costs to fix a wall these days? It's a racket.
Shouldn't you guys be working instead of just sitting there?
Writer's block. We can't think of any amendments or anything, so we put a suggestion box over there. I don't suppose you have any brilliant ideas.
Bueno, no tiene ninguna enmienda todavía.
What about free sandwiches for all roadies?
No, there's no such thing as...
Don't say it, dude. I've heard it before. How come you signed your name so big?
Astigmatism.
Claro. Yo esto de niño, obviamente se me escapaban muchas cosas. Esto de la cápsula del tiempo no tenía ni pajolera idea. Y es curioso cómo vas aprendiendo estas cosas de los videojuegos cuando eres un crío. Esto me lo contaba mi tío, por ejemplo.
You mean you have like a childhood complex?
All right.
Yo empecé a
The
verlo en
truth is
películas.
that a friend once told me that women go crazy over guys with a big signature.
Awesome blanket there, dude.
Thank you. It was given to me by my dear old colorblind Aunt Hattie.
Well, I gotta go, dude.
Thomas.
Hey, tall, dark, and spiffy. My name's Hoagie.
Well, how quaint. I am, of course, Thomas Jefferson, noted scholar, musician, horseman, student of the sciences, member of the bar.
Joder.
Oh, sure, I've heard of you, dude. What's in the can, Tommy?
Thomas. My name is Thomas, and this, my chubby friend, is a time capsule. Filled with remembrances of our time to be revealed 400 years hence.
Y aunque me lo explicase, no lo entendía.
So, how's the time capsule going?
I'm sorry to say that except for my log, we haven't got a thing.
Dude, is that like the Constitution?
Right now, it's just a constitution, I'm afraid. We hit a slight creative block right after the preamble. That's why we put up a suggestion box over there.
Lo siento.
Could you start a fire, please?
I'd love to oblige you, young man, but I can't. This is the only log, and I'm saving it for posterity.
How can you let Hancock suffer like that?
A real man is warmed by the fires of his spirit. You should listen to Washington relate his experiences at Valley Forge and take heed.
Has anyone ever told you you're a very snappy dresser?
Why, yes. I studied at Virginia Coat and Technical, where I majored in color theory. I was captain of the varsity cravat team.
Those are impressive credentials, Tom.
Thomas.
Dude, I loved your work on the Declaration of Independence.
Ah, thank you. What was your favorite part?
Me gusta la parte sobre prudencia, me gustan las S's que parecen F's, me gusta la parte que dice nosotros, el pueblo.
I like the we the people part.
That's not in the Declaration of... Say, that's not bad. Maybe we can use it.
Well, later, dude.
What? What's going to happen later?
Todavía no se conocía este lenguaje. Detector de humo.
It's a little cage with a canary in it, perched above a little lever. Huh.
Tampoco sabía esto de los canarios, que para detectar el grisú en las cuevas. Se aprende mucho en los videojuegos si uno presta atención. Como antigua chapa de oro.
Hey, keep your hands off that.
Bueno, claro, no lo he contado esto en lo de la patente. Dice vinagre, aceite, oro y lechuga. No me acuerdo yo de ninguna lechuga. Picatostes, pero tampoco me acuerdo. Bueno, son los materiales que hacen falta para crear la batería, ¿vale? Que también esto, como os contaba antiguamente, era para no piratear los juegos. Yo la primera vez sí lo teníamos en pirata, en disquete de 3,5, y nos fotocopiaron todo el manual. Y nada, ya sabéis, ver el número de referencia y luego mirar el dibujo en el manual. Y tenías que llenar estos frascos o quitarle picatostes o poner más, yo qué sé.
It's the battery plans I'm supposed
Pero
to
hay que
give
ir
that Red
encontrando todos
Edison
estos
dude.
materiales. Y el oro es la pluma, que todavía no podemos pillar. Washington.
He looks oddly familiar. Excuse me. Yes?
Yes.
Whoa, you're like George Washington. Very much like him, according to my wife, Mrs. Washington. Does Mrs. Washington know you wear so much makeup? One must wear makeup when one receives the phenomenal amount of media attention that I do. It's quite likely that I'll be president soon, you know. Do you think I should be the ecology president or the education president?
Soy un entusiasta de educación. Me parece que la ecología es muy importante. Depende de cuántos cerezos hayas cortado. No me tengo que ir. Bueno, sí, según dicen, Washington cortaba cerezos.
Depends on how many cherry trees you've chopped down. Well, I am quite the adept tree cutter. Men still tell tales of my youthful prowess. Would you give me a demonstration? I don't see why I should. I've been thinking about what you said about cherry trees. Pondering the great truths, eh? Well, would you give me a demonstration? I don't see why I should.
No veo por qué. Eso es porque no hay un cerezo, ¿vale? Y es el puñetero árbol que hay aquí fuera, que es el que hemos visto al principio.
Cold enough for you? Cold? Why, you don't know the meaning of the word. I spent a winter at Valley Forge. Now that was cold. Why, my spit would freeze before it hit the ground. Cool. Extremely.
Ahí esa traducción.
Excuse me. Yes?
Yes.
Do you really have wooden teeth? As a matter of fact, I do make use of artificial teeth. I find them to be far superior to the ordinary enamel variety. Wow, what do you brush them with? I use a toothbrush, much like everyone else, and a bit of wood polish, of course. Doesn't that taste awful? Not if you take them out first. Don't you have a problem with splinters? I've been to war, boy. No one who's heard the thunder of musket fire, smelled the sulfur from a cannon blast, and felt the fear in the hearts of his comrades is going to be bothered by a little thing like, oh, blast it.
Joder, aquí las traducciones no me acuerdo yo que fueran así, ¿eh?
Well, what about termites? Hardly.
Se ha olvidado ahí que... Ah, una astilla. No la ha puesto en las letras. O sea, se supone que se ha clavado una astilla.
Where could I get some of those? They're rather expensive. Mine were custom made for me by my good friend Paul Revere.
O quizás sí que era así y claro, entonces quizá yo no sabía tanto inglés al escucharlo. Ahora se me da mejor.
Didn't he ride a horse through town naked? I believe you have him confused with someone else. What are you looking at out there? The future of our nation. That young couple by the tree? No. I was just admiring my reflection in the window. Striking, aren't I? Gee, I gotta go now. They don't seem to have gotten too far.
You can look, but don't touch.
Sí, puedo hacer mi primera sugerencia de la primera enmienda. Nord. De la octavilla.
It's from George's hardware. George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement.
Una aspiradora en el sótano.
I'll use the Chronojon.
¿Veis? No vuelve a salir. Ahí está.
Boy, it's sure quiet in here. I wonder if there might be any ideas worth discussing in the suggestion box. Maybe somebody should take a look. I say, lads, I have an idea.
Does it have anything to do with starting a fire?
No. I was thinking it's about time we open the suggestion box. Don't you agree?
Sure, George, if you say so.
Yes, whatever you think is fine with us.
Excellent.
What's he thinking? No one of any importance has been here all day. What could be in the suggestion box?
Perhaps he intends to suggest something himself.
Oh.
Ah, here's a suggestion. It says, George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement. What do you think, gentlemen?
Whatever you say, George.
Your name's on it. I'm sure you must have a good reason for suggesting it.
Yes. It's strange. I don't quite... Well, I'm sure I had a reason for it. If there are no objections, we shall add it to the Constitution immediately. No? Good, and so shall it be law.
What's a vacuum
Es una
cleaner?
aspiradora. ¡Tarán! Todo norteamericano tiene que tener una aspiradora en el sótano, y esto ha sido en el futuro. Con la Ver, que todavía no podemos llevar. Gracias, Hoagie. Este momento es tan brutal. La Constitución americana. Bomba de agua, que no, aquí me falta todavía algo. Espagueti. Pic. Aceite. Tenemos también aceite. También aceite, ¿no? Que... Uy. Malditos idiotas. Sí, aceite.
It's the battery plants I'm supposed to give to that Red Edison dude.
Despensa.
I can't open it.
No hay nada más. Cubo. Pillo. Creo que ya está.
It's already open.
Llenamos el cubo. Vale. Ahora. Vale. Superclass. Bueno, pues hemos mirado ya lo que es la planta baja, el sótano y tal. Y como hemos tenido bastante conversación, supongo que habrá pasado bastante, bueno, bastante no, tiempo suficiente, diremos. Lo dejamos aquí. Y en el próximo vídeo vamos al segundo piso, ¿vale? Un saludo a todos, a cuidarse.